Hi. So, remember that cashew cream we made? We are going to use it in tonight's dinner, and this is an incredibly easy, amazingly delicious, and fast. So, I am just quickly mincing some shallots. And this is just something I recently added because I really like the flavor of shallots. But the original recipe called for onion powder, so it's not particular. So we're gonna go saute that in some butter. So the shallots are sauteing, and we are going to use 1 cup of our cashew cream. You can use coconut milk. You can use cream as well. I'm checking my recipe. And I have tried other brands of roasted red peppers. And this Mazzetta is the best that I've found. So we're going to add a cup. And they're already in strips. Well, I lied. But it's going in the blender, so not a big deal. Small enough pieces. But I tried Mount Olive the other day, and I'm not trashing Mount Olive, but it is a less expensive brand. And they were almost inedible. They were so bitter. And as I've said before, I am not a fan of bitter. So back they went, and I just replaced it with this brand that I already know I love. So we are just going to add some lemon, some garlic, some salt, a little white pepper, and the shallots when they're done. All right, so the white pepper, the reason I use it, it's just good with vegetables. I learned that when I was a chef and I was making vegetarian soups or whatever, seafood. White pepper is better than black pepper. Kind of like wine. And we are going to add our lemon. And remember, lemon have seeds. So we're going to strain the juice. This is a handy dandy snazzy sustainable kitchen gadget. I don't use the plastic kind even when it's over glass. I mean, I guess you can use a glass juicer, you know, that just has this portion sitting in a basin. So I'm not even really measuring, but less than a tablespoon. I'm using my dehydrated, whoops. Oh my goodness. We didn't want to do that. Okay. I'm lucky that I have a brand new package. So I would say it's about half a teaspoon. And then some salt, and the salt is to taste. Okay, so about just a little bit less than half of Himalayan pink salt. Himalayan pink salt, I don't use anything else. It is about 1/3 lower in sodium, and it is mined from caves as opposed to gotten from the ocean or the sea. So, you know, you're not likely to have the pollution that's in the ocean in your salt. So I just prefer it. Anyway, we are going to blend. And I'll be right back because it's noisy. I put the lid over it because when it stops, it can splash. So this is our sauce. And the onions are just about done. Really good. And we are going to add the onions and just give it a couple of seconds in the blender. Now, these onions are really nicely browned. I cooked them in butter, but you can cook them in whatever oil you want. I'm sure coconut oil would be a great layer of flavor. Okay, see you in a minute. Okay, so like I said, if you don't have shallots or you can't get a hold of any shallots, don't let it stop you from making this meal, because all that's left to do is cook some pasta and add the sauce. So incredibly easy meal. Now, a lot of times I'll add shrimp, or you can add turkey or chicken or whatever. I'm sure it would be really good with grilled or even blackened chicken. I just recommend that you watch how much blackened food you eat because of the char and the cancer-causing stuff that happens with that. So we're good to go. Okay, so one thing I forgot was I always add a little sriracha. Now I'm going to heat this sauce, and I've already cooked the pasta, and there is a pasta cooking lesson on my channel. So, okay, so it is roasted red pepper cream sauce with sriracha, white pepper, a little bit of lemon, cashew cream, roasted red peppers. It's delicious. I'm having it for dinner in a little bit, and this is frozen chopped spinach. Frozen is as good nutritionally as fresh. And it happens to be organic because spinach was on EWG's, or Environmental Working Group's, Dirty Dozen list over the last year. Could be different now. But, you know, just in general, if you can afford organics, I really recommend that you do it because it's just better for us and the earth. Okay, so this has been warming on low for several minutes. And you want to do it on low because thick cream sauces, when the heat creates a pocket, it'll spit. And you can get burned. So low it is. Got my added vegetable in there along with all the red peppers. And then tonight, I had some leftover wild salmon skin on. I do not eat farm salmon because, again, bad for the environment, bad for the fish. They have made a lot of improvements over the last few years, but not enough yet for me. They're still kept in an unnatural environment, and I just don't agree with it. You know, I know they're bred in captivity and all that, but I don't go to zoos or anything. Unless there's a child in my life that would like to visit, and then of course we'll go. Anyway. So, and I'm not judgmental at all. You know, you want to buy commercial food, you want to go to zoos and rodeos and do those kind of things. We all get to be different. That's what makes the world go round. So I'm going to wait for this to warm up, and then I'm going to pour it over my pasta. So this is really hot. And there's quite a bit of it, actually. It's a little thick because of the salmon. But there we go. And then I am not vegan, so I love Parmesan on my sauces and pasta. So amazingly delicious.